family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Hence, friends, let noble thoughts come to us from every side. Ano Bhadraha Kratavo Yantu Vishwataha. Namaste.
Remember that as just such an incredible exposure to art and culture through music and dance that I had as a child. And then, of course, fast forward over the years, I continued to come and see all these great legendary artists that would be traveling through and coming and performing at the Bhavan. So it was a place I always used to go. And I remember that it was such a welcoming place for children. Like when we would get fidgety, we would go and run in the hallways and be allowed to just stretch our legs a little and then come back. And it just meant that we could be there and that was able to happen for us as kids. Fast forward again, Shivanuji mentioned Chants of India, as was mentioned again. So I think my name should be in there somewhere too. But I'm going to have to check now. I was 15 when Chants of India was made, and at that time, when George Harrison and my father wanted to work with select Indian musicians and singers, of course we called the Bhavan, and it was the teachers and the artists from the Bhavan who came and were a part of that recording. And that was my first time, starting to learn how to conduct and lead an ensemble. So I got to work with them and work on that album, but it was working closely with artists from the Bhavan.
What an impact it has made on understanding India and its culture. And there is an easy metric for that. 1 year before the Bhavan was established in 1971, and this is a story that connects very much with our guest of honor and also the Bhavan, the late great Pandit Ravi Shankar performed at Madison Park in New York with the Beatles. And in that particular performance, actually, with, if I'm not wrong, with Ustad Ali Akbar Khan, during the initial ala, the crowd started clapping, assuming that was the performance. And he said, if you like the tuning up so much, you'll really like the song. That, ladies and gentlemen, was 51 years ago. Pandit Ravi Shankar was justly conferred the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor, which is frankly given once in maybe half a dozen years or even less frequently. Because he was the most iconic ambassador for India's arts and its history and its heritage to the world. His connections with the world, somewhat, I would say, artlessly described as world music, is truly legendary. It is only appropriate, therefore, that his connection with bringing the world to India and India to the world is celebrated in bricks and mortar through the Bhavan.